Hello Libra, and welcome to your general tarot card read for the year 2016. My name is Dee, and with me today I have my dear friend Lucy.
Hello.
So we're pulling over the energies from the month before when we did the reads together, and we're going to go ahead and do them again. Pretty much the same format for the year for you guys. Lucy pulled a card, I pulled a card. We're going to read her cards, we're going to read my cards, and then we're going to read them together. Please be aware that there are going to be times where we're going to point out specific things that are going on, especially if we have a card of the same suit or maybe two major arcanas that we need to talk to you about, and we will kind of pull it all together into the read. We also pulled a general overall card for you, for an oracle card that kind of is the tone for the year for you guys, that we feel is the part of the year. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start with January. So for the month of January, Lucy received
The Magician. Now, the number of the Magician represents creative potential and the power of beginnings. As you can see, he has control of all of the suits of the tarot. He's a master of them. And this card just lets you know that you have all of the skills that you need to handle and succeed with any situation. All you need is self-confidence and the willpower. You have all the potential there.
So for that month, I also pulled the Magician. So here's one of those months that we were talking about where you guys need to kind of keep that in mind, because this is a double whammy with her Magician and my Magician. But again, the Magician is about self-control. It's about magic, faith, willpower. It's knowing that you have all the tools necessary to get what you need and desire. It's about flow and harmony. So this whole month is about flow and harmony for you guys. For some of you, it might mean a beginning of a new career, because like Lucy said, it's a new beginning for you. So for some of you, it might be a new career. For some of you, it might be a new spiritual path. You might be looking at a different religion or just a new thing for your spirituality. And this is an indicator that it's a good month for that.
Yeah.
So that's for the month of January. For the month of February, Lucy pulled
The Knight of Wands. Now, as you can tell by the man's pose on the card, that he is weary. However, the message of this card is that you're closer to success than you think. All you need to do is tap into your inner strength and push through. And your moment awaits you. Success is there for you.
Mm-hmm. And I think that this might be carryover from the energy of the Magician from the month before for you guys. I think that you might feel a little weary, but just to go ahead and hold on to what you got. You learned a lot, and move forward. So for the month of February, I pulled the King of Wands. So again, here's another month where you're dealing with two of the same suit. This is Wands. So it's a double whammy for you guys when it comes to not relationships, but more your job, career, that kind of stuff. So the King of Wands is all about ambition, leadership. He's disciplined. He's a master of his craft. The thing with him is that you need to watch your ego and your haste, that you don't do anything in haste that might later cause you problems. So when you combine the two together, you're dealing with somebody who's weary and has been through a lot, but you just need to know that what you learn is going to help you with your leadership skills, and it's going to make you a master of your craft. So don't let this weariness overwhelm you. Become the King of Wands for you this month. And I'm doing this like this because I really think that for some woman that she's going to meet the King of Wands, and for her through this month. Even though this isn't really a romantic month for you, I think that this is an indicator that there is some of this going on. So for the month of March, Lucy received
Now, the King of Cups. The King of Cups is warm and generous, easygoing by nature. More at home with his feminine characteristics, like creativity, that kind of thing. But he's loyal, he's kind, he's an adoring parent. On the negative, he can be lack drive, lack a little backbone. He doesn't like conflict, so he will either ignore it or avoid it.
And I think that's an interesting moving from the energy of February, where you're feeling kind of overwhelmed, and then you get to the point where you just don't want to deal with the conflict, and you're growing more emotional for that month. Because for that month, I received the Seven of Cups. And now the Seven of Cups is about decisions. It's about responsibilities. It talks about, You've got all these choices in front of you. It's time for you to take action. So when you put the two of them together, you've got both. This whole month is about emotions for you guys. It's about making choices, whether or not you're going to stay in a relationship, you're going to move forward. It's about whether or not you're going to choose love or your career. And it's about, embodying the King of Cups. And I don't get romance, which is funny because I did with the other, but I don't for some reason with this. It's more about embodying him so that you can make the decisions that you need, because you're above the tide of emotions. And like she said, it gets to where you don't want the conflict. But,
don't want
so
conflict.
embody the king as you make the decisions this month when it comes to your emotional health and well-being. So for the month of April, Lucy pulled
The moon. Now, the moon is about illusionary situations, possible deception, emotions highly charged. You can be fluctuating from a high to low. So when this situation, this month, you need to watch yourself. No hasty decisions. And just take your time. Okay?
Okay, for that month, I got the Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Cups is the counterpart to the King, of course. She's sensitive, she's affectionate, she stays in touch with her emotional aspect of her character. She's wise, she's caring. And when you put the two of them together, another emotional month for you guys. The moon, of course, being the feminine side of the constellation, and the Queen of Cups. You've got kind of an emotionally charged month for you guys ahead of you. And I think that for you guys, you need to just not let it drag you up and down.
Don't act in haste. Take your time.
But be warm and affectionate to those around you. I think there's some of you that are going to see through illusions, and you're going to need to be that caring person, because the moon is about illusions and dreams. And I also think that for some of you, you're going to have some of your dreams come true when it comes to the Queen of Cups. Some of you are going to meet your Queen of Cups, and I think some of you are actually going to be the Queen of Cups in a relationship, to where you're able to be that caring and support that somebody that you needs, because you're able to see through the crap. Okay, for the month of May, can you hand it to me? I can't get it, sorry. Lucy pulled
Strength. Now, this card is patience and diplomacy. As you can see, she's controlling the lion just with her gentleness and her kindness. So, use your combined courage and your gentleness to reach the success that you well deserve. Okay?
So for the month of May, I pulled the Eight of Wands. Now the Eight of Wands, it was funny, when I did this read and I pulled this card, it felt heavy to me for some reason, and which is kind of weird because normally my cards all feel the same. This one felt heavy when I pulled it, and I didn't look at it right away because I don't do that. We kind of turn them over about the same time. But this one's about movement and urgency and journeys and just moving forward. Sometimes you feel like you're being swept away by the tide. So when you combine the two, it's almost like you're going to have to harness the lion, the strength, and the things around you, because there's going to be a lot of fast-moving energy for you. It's going to be kind of a heavy month, I truly believe. But don't let that overwhelm you. Just don't tame the beast. You guys are the ones in control. You had the Magician from earlier, where you guys were able to master your craft. It's the same thing. Keep that in mind. You have all the tools necessary for you to get through this month, even with the energy and the swiftness that's going on around you.
You have more inner strength than you think.
So that's for the month of May. For the month of June, Lucy pulled
Temperance. Now, temperance is all about flow and balance. As you can see, there's the elements there, but none are extinguished, none are used up. Each is in balance with the other. So this is to maintain harmony in your life, to blend things successfully, whether it's both sides of your nature, whether it's in a job situation. It's all about the balance with temperance.
For the month of June, I pulled the Eight of Swords. Now, the Eight of Swords is about restrictions, feeling bound. You're afraid to move. You've got a lot of stuff going on. probably the carryover of the swiftness from the month before in May. This month you're feeling a little bit bound and you feel like you can't move. So that's when temperance comes into play. It's just reminding yourself that you're able to do this with the harmony and that you can get past this point that you feel. And there's something I need to tell you about this. This month for you, the month of June, is a beginning of progression. And I'm going to go through it a little bit further, but from June all the way to September, this is going to be a big progression for you, and it's actually going to be a good one. So we're starting with the 8 of Swords for that. Okay, so for the month of July, Lucy pulled
the 7 of Pentacles. Now, the 7 of Pentacles is about financial gain from your own hard work. Good news for financially, but you still need to plan for the future. As you can see, the lady is harvesting her crop. Well, with a crop, you plant again. You plan ahead. You till the soil. You do the work necessary to bring your abundance to fruition.
And for that month, I pulled the 4 of Wands. Now, the 4 of Wands is about success. It's about celebrations. It's a minor card. It's very similar to 3 of Cups, actually. But it's about happiness and a time to celebrate. And I really think that from the month before in June, you've had the bounding up, and now you've done the work, and you're starting to replant, and now it's a time for you to celebrate. Now, this is what I'm going to talk about progression. This was an 8 for you. Now this is a 4. Of course, 4 plus 4 is 8. So you're going down, you're going backwards, and this is actually a good thing, okay? So for the month of August, Lucy pulled.
August, I got the 8 of Pentacles. Now, the 8 of Pentacles is an apprenticeship card. It's about perfecting your skills. So perhaps from your magician, you've decided on a new path to take, okay? So this is all about perfecting your skills and taking advantage of what's already inside you and bringing it out.
Okay. So Lucy's got a progression too, okay? If you talk about temperance, moving from temperance to your 7 of Pentacles, and now you're going to the 8 of Pentacles. You're setting yourself up. And for the next month, you'll see what I'm talking about, okay? So for the month of August, I received the 2 of Pentacles. Now, the 2 of Pentacles is about balancing. It can be about work and home. It can be about emotional up and downs. And one of the things that I notice about this card is the ship going up and down. It looks almost like a roller coaster. So it's, again, harmony through changes, keeping yourself balanced this month. And when you combine the two, using that energy, and even though there's ups and downs, but using that energy to go ahead and learn something new, take a chance, hone your skills at what you do, because it's going to be a good month for you with that. Now there comes my progression. You went from the 8 to the 4, and now the 2. Okay, now you went from feeling kind of bound up to celebration and times for happiness, and now you're balancing stuff. So here comes the next month, which is very interesting to me how this works out. I'm going to pull both cards right here. Okay, so for the month, Lucy received
the King of Pentacles. Now, this person is strong, dependable, steadfast. Family and traditions are important. This one you would call the salt of the earth. Works hard, has patience, generous with his money, but not careless. Usually financially secure with himself and with his place in the world, his life. It can be extremely stubborn or even blunt to the point of hurting someone's feelings. That's the negative.
Okay, now here's her progression. So you went from strength to temperance to the 7 of Pentacles, where you were laying your foundation, learning new skills, and now you're the master of your craft. You're the king. So for this month of September, you're the king. Keep that in mind. So again, this is all a progression going from May, June, July, August, and now to September. So what a cool progression you guys got financially for this spread. Okay, now for the next one, it's the same thing. For the month of September, I received the Ace of Swords. So of course, we went from 8 to 4 to 2 and now to 1, which is your beginning again. Now, Ace of Swords is about decisions. it's activities, it's life decisions that you're going to be making. It's action, but sometimes it can be action without thought. So you need to keep that in mind. But this is another swift moving card, way back from the Eight of Wands. You've got all that swift moving energy. So I really believe that from May to September, you guys are going to be going through a lot of cool changes, a lot of stuff with your finances, a lot of decisions that you're going to have to make, and balancing, because to put these two together, you're dealing with the king, who's the master of his craft, and the beginning of a new beginning for you guys. And I think that this month is going to be a springboard for you to continue on throughout the rest of the year, and both in your finances, and both with emotional decisions and family too. And go ahead. What else?
No, that's it.
That's pretty much it. So keep that in mind. You guys got kind of a whirlwind thing going on there, which I think is kind of cool. All right, for the month of October, Lucy pulled
The Two of Wands. Now the Two of Wands is, as you can see, it's well placed there. Has the decisions to make, which path he's going to take, but it's well lit and it's fertile. So there's just some decisions to make. It's progression, it's continuance, it's moving forward in whatever path you choose.
And again, you're using that activity from the Ace of Swords from before. Now, again, that's a combined one. For the month of October, I pulled the Star. Now, the Star is about wishes coming true. The Star is about spiritual experiences. It's about being stretched beyond your potential, or what you think is your potential, and being able to move forward. And what a cool combination, you know. You got the Two of Wands moving forward, and then here too, I keep seeing twos, because here she is pouring into the river and then to the land. You guys are going to be able to pour into the land and in the river as you make your decisions
Of your life, yes.
And what a good month for you guys. So combined or even separate, you know, you're pulling from the energy of the Sword to the Star. Your wishes are going to come true from the energy that you get from this. But when you combine them, it's even better. So for the month of November, Lucy pulled
The Ten of Swords. Now the Ten of Swords is all about cutting through illusions. So you see the man is resting, but the swords are all above him. They're not touching him, but they're all lit. They're illuminated. So he is cutting through the illusions of his life to see what matters, so he can move forward. Again, moving forward. That seems to be a theme of this month, is continuation, moving forward, taking what you need from the month before, passing it on to the next month, going forward.
So for that month, for the month of November, I pulled the Ace of Cups. Now, this is, again, a new beginning, and it's of emotional nature. For some of you, it might be a new relationship. For some of you, it might be a strengthening of the relationships that you have. But it's a beginning of strong emotional health for you. So when you combine the two, feeling overwhelmed, feeling things are stabbing you in the back, don't, because it's going to be a really good, even though these changes are going on right now, you may feel like people are stabbing you in the back or things are going on. This is a beginning for you. This is a month of strong emotional health for you. So don't let this overwhelm you to where that you're not seeing the cup that's being held to you. Okay. And so I'm going to pull back to my read from the month before. You hit the Star with the wishes. And because of those wishes and that spiritual experiences and the divine guidance that you've had, this is going to help prepare you for the month of November, with having the emotional experience and the new beginnings that are going to be available to you. So for the month of December, Lucy pulled
Three of Pentacles. Now this is all about your effort and your hard work showing success. You feel a sense of achievement. You have improved material gain here, and yeah, also it's from an activity that you enjoy doing, and it relies on your natural abilities.
So carrying over the energy from the month before, the decisions that you made have actually made it so that you're able to build upon the decisions that you made. So the month of December is going to be building upon that. Now, when you pull it with the card that I got the Fool. Now, the Fool is almost like that childlike wonder of going on a new adventure. You know, when you know you're going to go somewhere, you don't know what it's going to be, but you get all excited. This is what the month of December is going to be like from you. And again, carrying over the energy. You've had the emotional stuff going on from the month before. Your wishes coming true from the month before of that. all the way to the Fool. This is going to give you an opportunity to leap out and try new things, go in new directions, and it's going to be unexpected for some of you, but it's going to be a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
It may look like he's not under control, but he is. He knows where he's going.
Yes.
And he just knows that he's excited to go. He's packed and ready to go. So get ready to go. This is the month of December. You guys got a lot of good things going on at the end of the month because of that. Now, when you combine the two, wow.
Yeah.
You guys have some unexpected changes when it comes to your financial situation and an opportunity to learn new skills. And it's almost going to be like an adventure for you.
Yep.
And it's kind of
It's very positive.
very positive.
Very positive end of the year.
Yes.
Actually, really.
What a
is.
way to end out the year.
Yes.
So again, we want to know about the progression for you guys. We really feel that through May, probably almost all the way to the end of the year, it's almost like a progression, but definitely the month of May, June, July, August, and then ending at September, because you're going to be going forward on Lucy's spread. On mine, you're going backwards, but in a way to where you're going back to a new beginning. And what a way to go about that. So for your overall card, we pulled this one, which at the time we're like, what does that have to do with anything? But we really think that it does. So I'm going to let Lucy read about it. But this one's called Love That You Are Different.
You have strengths and weaknesses, and both are worthy of love. Know them, honor them, and do not heed those who tell you that you must change in order to fulfill their expectations of you. You will never be who others expect you to be. You can only be the unique individual you are meant to be. Love that you are different, for it is your differences, and loving those differences that make you truly beautiful.
So we're excited. You guys got a very, very interesting year coming up ahead of you. And we're looking forward to being able to do these reads. So if you like what you've heard, go ahead and hit the like button. If you want to subscribe to us, this is kind of what we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing monthly reads. We're going to do a couple series, and we should be releasing videos every week. It just depends too on our time schedule, because both Lucy and I work, and this is kind of something we do on our side. But we really enjoy doing this, and we're excited for you, Libra. This is going to be a good year for you, and
all appearances, yes, it's going to be a very good year.
And I know people say this, but we really want to know. So if you guys, throughout the year, if you kind of remember some of the stuff that we said, you know, like come June, you're like, oh wait, this is progression. This is what's going on. Drop us a comment. We want to know. I know that sounds silly, but it's true. So in the meantime, walk in light, love, and peace. And Lucy and I will be back soon. We'll be talking to you soon.
Goodbye.